Hello, Internet. I'm Matt Haas, and the All Things YouTube live show is about to start. We are going to talk about Facebook blowing up, and we are going to be talking about Twitch doing awful things and making everybody angry. Why is this important? It's a show about YouTube. It's important because it will make you appreciate how much better you have it on YouTube and how smart you are for being on YouTube. All right, countdown timer's coming on. If you're watching as a rerun, go ahead, fast forward. You won't hurt my feelings. As always, we'll get some audio jams going, and I'll have a hot mic during the entire time. Open Q&A, so that will be fun. Get your questions in the chat. I will answer them. All right, and we can't forget the bald spot cam. Boom! All right. We'll be talking about that. Can everyone hear the background music? I should have background music on there. Getting kind of funky now. Funky chunky. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, everyone. I am Matt Haas, your host. This is the All Things YouTube live show. I'll answer all your questions, and we're going to talk about Facebook, why it blew up today. We're also going to talk about Twitch and what Twitch did to just anger everybody. It's going to be a great show. Open Q&A all night. I'll answer your questions about anything YouTube related, growing an audience on YouTube, YouTube thumbnails, YouTube title, research, analytics, what you should do, what you shouldn't do, how to do this, how to do that. You name it, I will answer it. Get your stuff in the chat now. Let's take a look at who is here with us live. We've got Shalalala Productions. Welcome. Yep, that's me. Austinator's here. Rich Vibes is ready for the finger wiggling. He likes that. Who doesn't? Come on, it's great. You Do It is here. Excellent. Jaden, hello. Welcome back. And a few more people are piling in here. Stream Elements bots are here. We've got bots. And Kevin Michael Reed. Question, how do I stream to Facebook when Facebook is down? That's a good question. You don't. And we have a superstar in the house. Sammy Superstar is here. Hope my audio is going good. I have a slight tweak. I changed the sensitivity of my microphone since it's now closer to my mouth. Why is it closer to my mouth? I bought this thing. What is that thing? This thing. The Wave Mic Arm. The LP. LP stands for low profile. How low can you go? Look at this puppy. Isn't that nice? Can't really quite see it because it's dark back there, but see, it's there. So I'm going to be trying this out, and I love it already. I love it, I love it, I love it. And Mr. Dave Gatton's here. Hi, Dave. Welcome back to the channel. Oh, we have more than one Sammy Superstar here. Here's the Sammy Superstar. Well, while you're logged into multiple channels, be sure and drop me likes on there. David W. Ryan is here. Ooh, he's got a new spiffy thumbnail, I think. I like that. Look at that backlit and everything. Very angelic, sir. That's not me, LOL. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, the only thing I don't like about this mic, and maybe I don't know how to use it, is it has no swivel this way. Now, obviously, I'm swiveling it, but I'm actually untightening the screw there. So I'm playing around. If anyone knows anything about microphone positions, and see, I need one of these things. This is now I say I need one of these things, and I show you what I have, but not this specifically, but this component. So this is a ball head, but it's got this turret system here, and see how it can very smooth and silently rotate like a turret. That's what I think I need here. Marcus is here as well. Hi, Super and Supper. Apple, Mac, Ecamm. For sure. Oh man, I'm having so much fun with software. I'm into Procreate, which is an app for the iPad. You do graphic design on it. It's like Photoshop, but not made by Adobe. It's a professional app. It's only $10. Hashtag not sponsored. I have my door open and my green light off because my dog is right there on the floor. Can't move her. She's snoring. I think mic sounds best when it's plugged in, so make sure it's plugged in. Good advice. Hey, you just got back from Vid Summit. I saw some of your posts. You were schmoozing with a lot of awesome people. You're awesome yourself, but there was a lot of cool people there for sure. Very, very cool. All right. One sec. All right. Had to get my notes here. Doing this without my notes. It was dope. Thanks, brother. Maybe I'll get out there one of these days. We'll see. We shall see. I just want to quickly thank a bunch of people who helped me out on the Patreons. Got Jerry Brown, Polyone's Crafter, Harnell Media, Love Audio Production, Osprey Mama, Driveway Workshop with Jim Bashir, Shalalala Production, $1 patrons are Steve Carmichael, Martyr Mike's Woodshop, Anna B Workshop, OJ Woodworking Crafts, Javi's Woodshop, and The Mad Maker. Thank you for being patrons. Want to be a patron? I'll shout you out and put you in my email newsletter too. What? Email newsletter? What are you talking about? I'm talking about this. Links are in the description. Get in on that. I keep everyone up to date. It's awesome. I have a course. I'll do some consulting for you. Are you in the Facebook group? Facebook blew up today, but you should be in the Facebook group. Link in the description, and I will approve you, and it's an awesome community. So we have got a lot of different ways to pay here, but this one, it's also written right here. All of it's in the description. You'll get your name right here as the tipper. So you will replace this person who's in the chat. Hi, Marcus. And if you tip more than this, you'll take this permanent 30-day spot. No, not permanent, but 30-day spot here for the top tipper. So that's kind of fun. Get some branding on screen. Josh Lee is here. Josh Lee, whoa. Is that a beaver or a woodchuck? It's a beaver. This is my piano beaver. I won this playing whack-a-mole. I don't like to brag. I'm not the type of person to brag, but I am the undisputed, self-proclaimed whack-a-mole champion of the world. Don't even joke. Don't say you can beat me. You can't. I never lose. Sammy says, I have a not YouTube question. Do you make a wooding desk for content creators? I wanted to see you do woodwork for some other people. I take no commissions, Sammy, although I did make my desk. I made my computer desk. And I have plans on Etsy. You can buy my plans if you wanted to build this desk. And you can watch me build this. I built it on YouTube. You can see how I constructed it. So, yeah, but I would love to be able to take commissions from people, but I am not doing that right now. Why aren't I taking commissions in my wood shop? Because of all of this. I do a lot of stuff online, like a whole lot of stuff. Facebook groups, Facebook pages, YouTube channels. The list goes on and on and on. There's websites for all of these puppies too. I'm not a patron, but I advertised on your show mine yesterday. Oh, cool. Awesome. I want to have someone to recreate a desk. Interesting. If I think of anyone, I'll let you know. No one comes to mind because I know a lot of YouTubers who are in the same predicament as I am. They just want to do stuff to put on their YouTube channel, and the criteria of things that they'll put is very picky because they have different criteria for what they'll put on. Like for me, like on my woodworking show, it has to pass the criteria. Oh my goodness, that's awesome. Like if you look at what I build on this channel, my goal is that you would be saying that in your head. So people ask me, can you build me a step stool? Can you build me an easel? Can you build, I get a lot of requests. I'm like, no, just because it's just not that awesome. Artfully Blind with Diana is here. Welcome back to the channel, Diana. Glad to have you here. No taco page? Yes, I have a taco page, sir. I most certainly have a taco page. I have a Facebook taco page and a Facebook taco website. You can go to you can go you can go there. What's it called? Awesome Taco. I forgot the name of my page. Hold on, of my website. I have so many websites. I forgot the name of the websites. Here, I'll show you. Go to my Notion page, and we'll we'll go to Get Social. Awesome Taco Memes. That's what it is. Awesome Taco Memes. I legit have a website. So if you go awesometacomemes.com. Why is it not doing it? There we go. Boom. It's technically a website. There's not much to it, but it is a website. Somebody please stop me. So see, now did you notice? I gotta learn to do this. When I'm over at the computer, see how I slowly turn and then my face drifts away from the mic? I have to do this. I have to grab it with my hand and move it with me and move it back. So this is what it would look like. Now I know what you're saying. Matt, that is so subtle. That's hardly anything. Well, when you get to the level I am, you have to take whatever improvement you can get. This is a small improvement, but it is an improvement. Even if it's 1% better, it's an improvement. You've got to stack these wins on each other. Now, every show I do is going to have this boom arm, and my mic isn't going to drift from my head, assuming that I remember to grab. Hey, we've got a Sammy Superstar tip. Thank you, Sammy Superstar. 1338. It's one higher. Sammy, I love your entrepreneur type mind, good sir. Thank you. That helps. That helps. I appreciate the financial help because making content for free takes time and energy, and I love making content for everyone so they can get their YouTube channels much better. Appreciate that, Sammy Superstar. We have a question from Diana. I do have one piece of news, YouTube news, and then I'm going to get into why Facebook blew up and what's wrong with Twitch, so you can appreciate how good it is on YouTube. But Artfully Blind with Diana says, YouTube is telling me in my analytics they can't give a report on when most of my viewers are online. They say not enough data, but they used to be able to. Interesting. I suspect, Diana, if you were to revisit that report tomorrow, it will probably be there. For as much as because you're an active person. I believe you're still as active. Yeah. So that, yeah. First, I can't make that report happen. I don't run YouTube. I don't have control of the back end systems, but I would imagine that one, you do have enough data under the hood to make that work, and two, it will something's probably preventing it from showing you that detail, and it should come back online. Fingers crossed. Oh, that was 2Ps. Oh, Sammy Superstar. Okay, sorry. Excuse me. Thank you, Sammy Superstar, for donating. I appreciate it for the tip. Appreciate that. Sammy trot me out of the display. I don't know what that means, but Sammy does a lot of cool things. No, it said the same thing a few days ago. Uh-oh. Well, it might not come back. If it doesn't, just keep posting. Post a lot of things. Do you do community posts? Post community posts. Do you do edited videos? Post edited videos. Do you do live? Do more lives. Yeah, just keep cranking. That's all you can do. Yeah, it's tough. Tough. Okay, let's get into, the one piece of YouTube news. Okay, so YouTube news of the week. This is going to be for 2 minutes. Then we're getting into our hot topic, baby. Keep the Facebook and keep the YouTube questions coming. Now watch. I'm going to move over here. Boop. I'm going to move my mic with me so you can hear me. New feature. We've got this. This is a little screen grab from the Creator Insider channel. There's going to be a new panel on analytics that says videos growing your audience. And on this panel, you're going to see which videos are performing and helping you grow your channel by measuring things like, well, presumably audience interaction and which videos are driving traffic. Now, this whole channel, this whole All Things YouTube channel, is to give you the techniques necessary for you to come up with this. You know, when I teach you how to look at the average percent viewed, and I teach you how to look at the click-through rate, and I teach you how to analyze what those tables are showing you, what I'm saying is figure out this. Which videos are helping your channel the most? That way you can redo. You can repeat the good techniques you did on the ones that are working, and you can stop doing the techniques that are not causing a good reaction from your channel. So that's not out yet. This is an experiment, but it will get rolled out eventually. When? Who knows? Could be weeks, could be months. But that's the cheat. This is the cheat code right there. You know, analyzing average percent viewed and click-through rate is meant to give you this answer. And now YouTube's just like, bloop, here's the answer. So I'm really looking forward to that. That's a lot of fun. Okay, that's the news of the week. What happened with Facebook today, the 4th of October, 2021? Facebook had its largest outage ever. And there were many other things wrong with Facebook. Okay, before we get into the technical reasons, oh, good question. No, I'm not going to mention that. Point me to some information, and I will. I'll share it, but I can't speak to that because I'm not too sure what that is. Okay, Facebook stock dropped 6% today. It dropped so much that Zuckerberg was bumped down the richest people list. He's now down in the 5th spot. He lost $6.6 billion of stock worth today. Mark Zuckerberg, the CEO of Facebook. This is relevant because it's going to show you how awesome YouTube is by comparison. Why did the stock drop? It wasn't mainly because of the outage. It was because of a huge antitrust and a whistleblower that confirmed some very nasty things were going on with the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission. And hold on a second here. So yeah, it all has to do with Facebook. The alleged crime is they try to buy or bury the competition. You know how Facebook plays. If you come out with something cool that everyone loves, Facebook either tries to buy your company and then have that feature for themselves, Instagram, or they just come up with the feature themselves. So that made the stock take a nosedive. Sarah's here. Hi, Sarah. Welcome back to the channel. Router programmer effed up. Oh, BGP. Okay, we're going to talk about that. Okay, so there's been huge. Hey, we have another tip coming in from Sammy, from Marcus Superstar. Marcus Superstar. Thank you for the $5 tip. We've got this link is in the description of the video. It's also on the screen right here in very tiny letters, and you can get your name here. And then if you beat that amount, you get that spot for 30 days. Pretty cool, huh? Marcus Superstar. Excellent. Thank you. Thank you. Crazy stuff. I know, right? Sarah's like, Marcus, Sarah. I love my audience. I love all you guys. I truly love all of you people. You're freaking awesome in each individual way. I'm not just blowing smoke. I love you all. I love all people. I love most people. Okay. What happened to Facebook? Let's find out. Okay. So there was major problems. And, the joke is it's a DNS thing, the domain name servers. Domain names, when you type facebook.com, it actually takes that address bar and turns it into the IP address, and then the IP address connects to the system. So that's what the domain name system is. Otherwise, all websites would be IP addresses, and they wouldn't be allthingsyoutube.com. But it wasn't just that. It was this acronym that we just saw in the chat, the Border Gateway Protocol. This is like a higher level protocol that no one ever has to mess with because there's never any problems with it. Well, there were problems with it. The bottom line here is that it took so many things offline. Most companies aren't even really built to deal with this level of a problem because it never happens. What specifically happened is someone changed a setting. Some admin changed a setting, and then it just blew everything up. And it blew things up in such a catastrophic way that the key cards, for the employee key cards to unlock doors, stopped working. It was that catastrophic. So people are trying to get in buildings, trying to get in secure doors, into secure areas, and they can't physically open the doors because everything was down. Even Facebook's own public website that announces problems with the service, if you're a developer, you need to know, is this service acting funny, or is it green? Because if you're writing code and something's not working right, you're like, maybe there's a problem with the platform. So, or, a lot of these sites go, is it up or is it down sites? Even Facebook's own reporting thing went down. It was all down. And it was because someone changed something that they shouldn't have changed, and it impacted the DNS, but it only impacted the DNS because it impacted this border gateway protocol. It was harsh. It was so harsh. And it was so bad that the domain name, it was such a catastrophic event that people who are brokers to get the domain name, because like when I want to buy matthaas.com or allthingsyoutube.com, like you have to go through a domain registrar, and the registrar handles the administrative task of taking the domain name from ICANN and then mapping it to your purchase and stuff like that. So people are like, facebook.com is available. And this guy, Cornelius Splint Turner, he purchased facebook.com, the domain. Check this out. Here's his receipt. It's just some dude. And he's got item facebook.com. For $59, he paid a registrar. So he's now the owner of Facebook.com. Actually, no, he's not. But yeah, it was bad. It was so bad. Oh, happy National Taco Day. Look at that. Does everyone have their sparkly plush taco? Harnell Media's here. He's a website expert. He says their domain name also wound up on the market for a little bit before they got it. Yeah. Interesting. I just talked about that. Just saw your note, though. Yeah. And here's another here's another crazy complication to all of this, is that the problem was so bad that you had to physically be on site in order to set things so this border gateway protocol would work again. Now, here's the thing about server farms and where the hardware is there's people on site to maintain that hardware. So they know how to make sure it has power. They know how to do maintenance. They know how to take things offline and bring them back online gracefully so things don't go missing. They understand the electrical, the fire suppression, the backup generators. The people who are on site have that type of knowledge. But the people who had knowledge of how to actually fix this don't work on site. It's commonplace for you to tunnel in, for you to be like working from home, and then you get on the VPN network, and then you tunnel in and you use these remote connection tools to administer the site. That's common business practice. Well, it was so effed up that you couldn't even tunnel in. So they had to have these senior level admins who had the knowledge on how to make this thing right again, because they had to do it physically in the server farms. They couldn't just dial in from California to the server farm. And so there was a huge logistical thing. They had to get the right people moving through time and space physically in the location so that they can do this, because the people on people who are in the building don't do this level of stuff. They just have to make sure the hardware's on and it's functioning, and things, cords don't fall out, blah, blah, blah. That's oversimplifying it, but yeah, that's the level of messed up that it was. Adam is here. Hello, Adam. So is Stuart Video. Welcome back to the channel. Oh, People of Video. This is another conference and this one's East Coast, I believe. So some of the East Coasters will have an easier time to get there. So this is what happened. YouTube was already having a bad day because of the antitrust stuff. And tomorrow, Tuesday, someone from Facebook has to testify before a congressional panel about this whole kerfuffle. And on top of this, the whole service goes down for, what was it, 6-7 hours? And Mark Zuckerberg, his thing was like, we never go down. He was so adamant on building robust systems. But if your connection to the outside world is severed at that high level, there's nothing you can do. I mean, people at Facebook make sure the servers are working. It's different server locations are talking to each other, but no one manages that last step to the public internet. That last step got cut, and it never gets cut. It never gets cut. It's so rare that this happens that people don't have contingencies for it, because you just don't need it. You can go years and years and years without ever running into this issue. Well, they ran into this at 7 hours. Wow. Thank you, Harneal Media, Mr. Steve Nealon, for it's in Albany, New York this weekend. Excellent. Awesome. So why is this important for a YouTube show? Well, it's important because YouTube doesn't play with this stuff. YouTube is owned by Google. Google's very good at this. About the worst thing that happened was about 10 years ago, someone put a slash where they shouldn't have put a slash. And what that did is it made all of Google search results worldwide. So you go on the google.com and you type a search, and they would all show up as suspicious site. Like they all had like a little exclamation mark next to the search result saying, warning, this could be a suspicious site. And it was because whatever the command that they put in, it had an extra slash on the end, which basically meant every type of website is suspicious, because it was like, you know how you do like asterisk dot asterisk, and that could be any file name and any file extension. So find all files that are asterisk dot asterisk, and it would eventually return every file on your computer. It was like that, but for search results. And it basically, the command was so innocent, but it basically was interpreted as every single website meets this criteria, and the criteria was flag it as potential spam. So that was about the worst thing that ever happened to Google globally like that. And it only affected the search. You could still click on it. You could still go to it. It was just that warning, but it was everywhere. I thought that was kind of funny. Hey, Stream Elements bot is reminding you to slap a like on it. And if you don't slap a like on it, this video will self-destruct. Did you like that? I had fun with my video editor. Did you catch the Windows blue screen of death? I thought that was funny. There is an Easter egg on the blue screen of death. Let me hit the button again and try and take a screen grab when the blue, and then yeah. There we go. We got a question. My question is, why did Zoom have problems at the same time Facebook went down? Is Facebook talking over Zoom? Another thing that happened is only certain protocols were allowing people to get remote, because when this happens, you have to be on conference calls to, oh, I think it's this, I think it's that, no it's this, no it's this, and a lot of the engineers had to shift to Zoom, and because Zoom was working, and a lot of YouTube's tools, a lot of Google Docs, Google Meet, a lot of their sharing tools were working. And there was some obscure use case where if a Facebook engineer had one of these tools logged in, it was allowing them access. I don't fully know that. Facebook owns Instagram. Yep. Hey there, Adam. Not going to people of video. Just got back from Vid Summit. You'll have a great time. The speakers and attendees are great people. Cool. Yeah. So that's why Facebook blew up, is it because it was some employee that put the wrong command in a web-based administration panel, and it broke that last line of defense out to the public, where, to Facebook's credit, everything behind that was running perfectly. All the data centers were set up, all the servers were, all the services, everything was working. It's just that last push out to the public web. That's where it got hosed in a bad way. All right, let's talk about Twitch. Twitch also made a lot of people mad. Let's talk about that. And look, I'm moving my mic. See, I'm getting better. My show is now 1% better because my volume isn't going to go down because my mic's still by my mouth. Here on TheVerge.com, talking about Twitch. Basically what they're doing, if you watch this little animation here, purchase successful. Can you see what's happening there? Whoop, let me try and catch it. There it is. Boost this stream. Twitch is going to roll out a feature where you or your audience can boost your stream, and it will put your Twitch stream in front of eyeballs on the platform. So maybe in the recommended shelf or somewhere on the Twitch interface, they're going to allow you to pay money to get your stream in front of more people, like 3,000 potential people. Does this mean 3,000 people are going to watch your Twitch stream? No. It just means it's going to have an impression. An impression means someone sees the thumbnail. Whether or not they choose to click on it is something else. This is bad for so many reasons. Look what YouTube does with this. YouTube, it is their mission critical business system for them to decide which thumbnails to put in front of a YouTube user. Because YouTube wants to put only the best thumbnails out there where that user is most likely to click and enjoy that video. All of YouTube's efforts, most of YouTube's efforts, are getting that right. getting the algorithm to the point where it knows the user behavior of the YouTube user, and it can predict what that user is going to click on and enjoy based on what they've clicked on and enjoyed in the past. All of the systems are built around that concept at YouTube. They exist so they can sell more ads. They can keep the user on YouTube longer. The longer someone's on YouTube, the more money YouTube will make, and the more money YouTube can share with its partners and do other things. And Twitch, by contrast, is now selling that data. So now inferior streams could get put in front of people, in front of Twitch users, Twitch viewers. So what's that going to do? It's going to, when someone's trying to discover something on Twitch, which is hard to do to begin with, now they're going to be subjected to content they might not like that much, because Twitch has to say, if you buy 3,000 impressions, it's got to put it between 3,000 eyeballs. So it's going to bring down the user experience. It's going to frustrate more Twitch users. And it's something that a business should not make a sellable product out of. It's the wrong business decision. I don't know what else to say. Twitch is not a good platform. I would not invest. If your livelihood depended on Twitch, man, you gotta seriously think twice, because there's a ceiling on Twitch, and it reached that ceiling pretty darn quick. eBay is starting that garbage now. Pay to click. Sellers aren't happy. It's just it sounds easy. Like if you're in the boardroom and someone pitched it to you, hey, we need to make more money. Why don't we have this as a new revenue stream? Oh, yeah. Well, people want that. People would pay for that. It could test it. Yeah. Green light, let's do it. What you're actually doing is you're making the experience worse for the users of the platform, because you're putting stuff in front of their eyeballs that they may not like. YouTube would never do this in a million years. And don't get me wrong, YouTube loves money. They love to make money. But they will not do this because they know it will hurt them long term. And they're smart about that type of stuff. So I'm totally loving the Elgato low profile mic stand. What's it formally called? The Wave Mic Arm LP. Now, they have a competing product from a different company that's $300. It does, from what I understand, almost exactly the same thing as this one. And this is $100 from Elgato. So the only thing it doesn't do, that I wish it did, is telescope out. Like it doesn't go that way. Now it swivels, and I can put it where, for my range of motion, the only thing I need is here and here. I mean, we're talking, and it is the correct distance that works for me. This length here is what I need. So I do not need it to telescope out this way, but it's just, I'm like, oh, it could do that. And then the turret situation, it doesn't rotate this very well, although I can kind of re-angle it like this to get at the angle that I want. Super nitpicky here. I'm trying to find problems with it, and I really can't find any problems with it. But I think the mic is going to sound better. because I knocked down the gain and I pushed it up louder with the fader. You can't see that. Well, one of these things. I pushed that up louder only on the first one over here. Anyway, I think that's going to produce better sound. Fingers crossed. Adam's Exploit says, I like Elgato and Logitech products. I realize they aren't the greatest since sliced bread, but they seem to be a good value and work well. Yeah. Yeah, Logitech makes some good stuff. I mean, this camera here is a Logitech webcam. Hi, Logitech C920S, C925, C9. I think it's the C920C or C920S. But yeah, solid stuff. And this is just what I like. I usually don't buy the absolute best of something, but I'm usually above the low end stuff. That seems to work well for me across all. Same thing with tools. Like I'll buy the prosumer, like tools for my wood shop. The prosumer tools, like you can buy an orbital hand sander for $1,000, or you can buy one for $100, or you can buy cheap ones for $20. I'll buy the one for $100. Yep. Still working on. I don't know why there is a mustache on my sign. Still working on the Bee Gees Staying Alive for Piano Awesome. Remember, I am all over the interwebs. And I'm streaming Monday through Friday in the mornings on this channel. Awesome, fun things. So get subscribed over there on YouTube. And sadly, I do not publish the play pages ahead of time. I just spontaneously just show up live. That seems to be the protocol. I also have my Festivus episode for December 23rd. I'm having people on the air with me, and you get to air your grievances about social media and YouTube and whatever else you want. So if you want to have a fun way to complain about what ails you tech-wise, I'm going to give everyone a platform, and you can do that if you are here on future live shows. You can go here, go to that URL that I put in here, and you'll see the Festivus show down here. And if you would, go ahead and click that link and then choose the set reminder button. That would really help me out. The set reminder button here. Yeah, that way in 79 days, you'll be notified of my Festivus episode. Oh, believe me, I know it. Be here before you know it. All right, I'm going to take off. Thank you, everyone, for being awesome. Next time Facebook blows up, I'm going to give you the skinny on what happened. And glad I sold most of my Facebook stock. I do own a little bit of it, not very much. But anywho, all right. Stay awesome. I'm around the interwebs. Come find me. If you have any questions, let me know. I love helping people. Thank you for being awesome. Take care, everyone. Love you all.